Welcome back. My name is Ed Pluchar. I'm here with another mini real estate lesson for you. Today is a question I fielded today. Can I adjust my sales price up? So we were in the process of setting up a listing agreement, and we had the listing price. And when we were discussing it, the seller was very torn. He felt like maybe the home is still worth more than we're talking about listing it at. And that's a conversation you obviously have with your realtor. Excuse me. That's just kind of the fact, though, right? Most sellers believe their home is worth more than it actually is. And on the flip side, you take a buyer, and the buyer approaches a house, and most buyers think the home is not worth as much as the seller is asking for it. So that's the reason for agents and negotiation and getting to a middle ground. So I want to share with you what my response was to this, and hopefully this helps you. So first of all, the listing price should be determined by local sales. Sales in the immediate area of comparable homes, and what those homes look like. What is it that got them sold? What price do they sell? How long were they on the market for? And Mr. or Mrs. Seller, what's your goal? Do you want the house to be on the market? Do you not care how long it's on the market? I mean, we of course always care, but if you're willing to sit with it a little bit longer than typical, then maybe you find that unicorn buyer who's going to pay the full price you're looking for. It almost never happens, but sometimes it does. Or is this like, we need to sell it really, we need to contract within a month? Do you need a contract within 2-3 months? There are different price ranges for that based on the home that your realtor can help you determine. So we came to a price, and let's just say it was $299, and we were signing the listing agreement, and he said, so now what if we sign this and we get to the point of actually having it on the market, and what if I want the price to go up? It's flexible, right? The truth is, it is. Of course it is. You can always, between you and the agent, you can always renegotiate the listing agreement. You don't really want to, but you could. The other thing you could do, there's actually a price modification form. So whenever the price goes down, that's the form you use. You have to agree with the seller that they're willing to bring the price down, and you go ahead and do it. My answer to him, though, is that it was my answer for anybody. If we price it too low, so if we have this house at $299, and let's just say that's too low, let's say it's worth $350. If that's the case, if the market is telling us this home is worth $350, we put it on the market for $299, I can virtually promise you that there's going to be too many showings, there's going to be too many offers, and you're going to be fighting in like a quasi-auction setting. And the reason is, people are out there looking all the time. So they recognize, they're just doing this subliminally, but they recognize, or maybe not, what a home is worth. And when they see that come on the market and they say, that is a steal, nobody is ever the only person saying that, especially in a populated area. I'm in the suburb of Chicago, so if you're watching this in a complete rural area, that may be a little bit different. But in a reasonably well-populated area where homes are turning over, buyers are out there watching, and they're getting alerts. They're getting alerts. So if that home shows up, we're going to get so many offers that we could do one of two things. Stop and say, wait a minute. We're taking it off the market. We realize this is priced way out of whack. We need to increase the price, start over, and see who's going to pay that new amount, and say it's $350, and then we go from there. More likely, though, and probably more, well, if it's $350, let's leave that aside now. So let's say we list it for $299, we get all these offers and all these showings and things. That's a great place for a seller to be. If you're really in the ballpark of the amount you're able to get for that house, then you're in a position to say, how much, Mr. and Mrs. Buyers, are you willing to pay for this house? You give your highest and best, or you ask for the highest and best. So now the buyer's in the position, and they're doing this blind, they don't know what anyone else is offering. They're in the position of saying, right, how badly do I want this, and what am I willing to pay to own this piece of property? And I can't think of a better way to get the most for your home than in that scenario, in that mindset where somebody's trying to come up with a maximum number that they're willing to pay to get that house. They want it. They're competing for it. So that's my answer. That would be my answer in most scenarios. If you have a particular scenario you're curious about and you'd like to know more about the appropriate value of your house, the appropriate price for your house, my number is 815-931-2279. you can email me at edward.pluchar@gmail.com, and I'd be glad to go over that with you and any other questions you have. Thank you very much.